Yeah, keep raising the number, not saying anything. Yeah. Hey, one more person in here now talking. We'll have the title of my third book. 5 people in the room, nobody talking. And I'm not doing anything. Like, what the fuck are you 4 fuckers doing? Just sitting there. Damn, I should have just went live with Dead by Daylight. Fuck. Hey, there's the title of my book. 5 in a room, no one talking. Hey, what do you know? Goddamn, how about them Cowboys? Oh, hey, finally, somebody talking. What's up, Devin? It only took 7 minutes and 40 seconds and 6 people to come in here. I just don't get it. I don't get what the other fucking 5 people are doing. I literally sat here in silence, and the other 5 people were just. I don't get it. I can understand if I was doing something and there was like nobody here, but yet I'm still doing it. Then I can understand people just sitting there watching. At least like I could wrap my head around that. But I was literally sitting here in silence on my phone just waiting for people. And the view count went up to 7. And there was like nobody saying anything. Not a damn soul. I don't know. I don't know. One day I'm gonna flip the script, man. I'm gonna make everybody happy, man. I'm gonna be like, "Is this what you want?" You know, I'm gonna pull what that reporter did back in the '70s, like in tradition of all the blood and guts. Here's a suicide. Oh, I just fucking. I got the book. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did. I know, because I have formally, on my Facebook page, I have formally announced my second book. Not a single word of it has been written or anything. I haven't even fucking opened the fucking file yet. Like the guy who was obsessed with me. It's the second goddamn live we fucking mentioned that guy. But like I was saying, I am going to start writing a second book. I have written down all the stories I want to tell. In the second book, it's going to be Retail Hell and the Fire from the Other Side of the Counter. And it's going to be stories about my life in retail and wacky fucking customer interactions and employer interactions and coworker interactions. Just shit that is weird shit that's happened. I mean, I've almost fought a coworker before. I'm going to put that story in there. I'm going to put I'm going to put a Hy-Vee story in there that I never got to on Hy-Vee Hell. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be like the same format as this right here, where you're going to have long stories and you're going to have quickie stories. Plus, I'm also going to have like in these sections right here where like I don't have anything, I'm going to put like really quick stories, like little quips and shit like that about shit that happened. You know, maybe like little quotes, like like a conversation between me and another person about shit that happened. So I've written down a bunch of those to put in here. So the Retail Hell one's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a little different. I haven't read it yet, but I flipped through it. Looked pretty good, but needs better formatting, i.e. paragraphs. Yeah, I tend to write like I would tell the story. And I noticed that about like at the third story. You know, I was like, shit, I need to break these up some. You know, and I tried doing that, you know, as I went forward, and I even went back and tried to break it up a little bit more. But at that point, I was just like, fuck it. I mean, again, it was just one of those things where, like, there's a mountain there, might as well climb it. I can't say that enough about this fucking book. You know, it wasn't something I did to fucking get rich. You know, people have been asking, have you made profit off it? I made a very, 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 very tiny profit off of it. Very small. I mean, I might as well have broke even, you know, but it was just one of those things where, like, one day, you know, the kid's going to look at me and be like, Dad wrote a book? Like, what the hell? You know, and to say that I actually sat down and fucking did it, you know, and shit. And here I am going to fucking start work on a second book, you know, Retail Hell and the Fire from the Other Side of the Counter. So I actually can't wait to actually sit down and start doing that. It's a good first attempt, though. It takes time to master a craft. And I don't even want to master the craft. Like my buddy Justice, who was mentioned in the book quite a few times, he was just like, dude, you wrote a book? And I was just like, yeah. He was like, did people buy it? I was like, yeah. He was like, really? And I was like, thank you. That kind of hurts a little bit. He was like, no, really, how many copies have you sold? And at the time, I was up to 12. And he was like, you sold 12 copies of this? I was like, yeah. And he was like, for how much? I was like, 15 a pop. He was like, are you, what? He was like, dude, this is what you need. You just need to start pumping out books. And I was just like, dude, I am not just gonna start fucking pumping out books every fucking month. All right, like that's not gonna happen. Like, he just wanted me to start pumping out books, and I was like, I don't think so, Scooter. All right, that's not gonna happen. You know, but I mean, this one went well. Like, I just sold 2 more copies in the last 2 days. One's going to Texas, one's going to North Carolina this weekend. If anybody else wants a copy, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, because after those 2 copies, I'm out of envelopes. So if you want a copy after that, if you're watching this on playback or something like that, you're gonna have to wait. I mean, I'll try and get it out this weekend, but I can't promise it. But the second book, I'm gonna try and learn from my mistakes in this one. I'm damn sure gonna have somebody proofread it. The only reason I didn't Jackie and another friend offered to proofread it. Yeah, man, it takes time to develop a solid mindset and idea for each story, plus the actual, yeah, exactly. You know, like this one, I mean, like the actual, like, idea for each story was kind of simple, because it's just shit that happened to me. you know, except for like the last story in here, which was kind of difficult to write because, you know, I kind of just based it off a fucking dark web story and just kind of ran with it, you know. And you can see where I kind of try and get creative, but then I kind of don't, you know. I don't know. I tried, you know. So that's why I don't think I could ever write like a fucking book with a narrative, you know, an actual built characters and shit like that, my own little universe. I don't think I could ever do that. Maybe that little short story in there, that's about as far as I can go. But I think the second book, I'm definitely going to have somebody proofread it. The main reason I didn't want nobody proofreading this one is because I didn't want I didn't want all the stories and shit being spoiled. And shit, that was like my main thing, because like I knew like mainly people close to me and YouTubers and shit like that were gonna buy it and shit like that. So like, you know, like somebody like Jackie, I didn't want to be like, here, proofread this, you know. And then she's like, okay, and then I'm just like, hey, do you want a copy? She's like, fuck no, I fucking read it all, like I proofed it, you know. So like that's why I was just like, fuck, you know. But the second one, I'm definitely gonna have fucking proofed. Because apparently me going over it like 4 times did not do enough, because, you know, being the egotistical bastard that I am, I was reading the book one night and I just found even more shit. I thought it was just pages 18 and 27, but I actually found more. In fact, when I was reading one the other night on live, I found some and shit. Exactly, yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't really want nobody proofreading it. I could have asked Jackie to proofread it, because y'all don't know, Jackie's a real big grammar Nazi and shit. So like, that's probably who I would have asked to fucking proof it. But I think this time around, somebody offered to, if I do write a second book, they proof it for free. I don't know if Jackie would have charged, but just in case, because I wanted Jackie to write the foreword for the book, and she wanted to be paid. And I was like, I don't think so. I mean, like, I had a very limited budget for this book right here. So I was able to get the budget down on this right here. What was that? Okay. I think the book is great. Keep writing more books and your skill level will power up faster. Why do you keep saying the book is great? You haven't seen a copy of it. You haven't read it. But thank you, though. Thank you, though. Yep. And Matrix, in case you missed it, I will be writing a second book entitled Retail Hell and the Fire from the Other Side of the Counter, which will be stories from my life in retail. You know, wacky employers and co-worker experiences, all that shit. Like, you're going to learn about the fucking bullshittery I had to deal with at Go Calendars, which, oh my God. You're going to read a story about how I was set up at Borders to get fired, which, oh boy, that was fun. Kind of. That sounds like a fun read. Oh, it's going to be a fun read. What was the other story? Fuck, I just wrote them all down on the index card at work, too. But, what are the other stories I had planned for it? I have some quickie stories, of course. Becoming a manager at Blockbuster. I have the You Don't Like My Shoes story. I have that one planned for it. If you haven't heard that story, then hey, I'm not going to tell it again right here, because now I got to make you fucking pay for it. But judging how some of the stories are and the detail I do have to give for it, I know it's going to be longer than 52 pages. I'm sure about that this time around. At least I hope I am. You know, so I'm excited for that. Did you like the drawing I put in there, Devin? Because you said put a drawing. So. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, me on a Dead by Daylight book. Me on a Dead by Daylight hook holding a book. I didn't know what to fucking draw. You're like, draw something. I'm like, this motherfucker knows I am not that kind of artist. If he wants me to make like a board game art, I can do that for him and shit. But he wants me to actually draw something. I was like, fucking. I was like, what were, I think it was like right after we were talking about Dead by Daylight. So I was like, fuck it. We're just going to make Dead by Daylight. Fuck it. I'm writing about reptilian aliens, and soon I'll start a podcast about anything strange, maybe you can join in for an episode one day. Okay, shit. Let me know. Fuck. Because like, I mean, I like some of that shit. Because like fucking, I have like the rare Unsolved Mysteries box set that has like all the fucking DVDs they released in it and shit. And like my favorite thing, the fucking watching there is the UFO ones. Like I've probably watched the UFO set them probably more than shit. I've never even touched the psychic and miracles in there. Never fucking touched them. Ghost, I've kind of glanced over once or twice. Strange Legends I've watched a few times. Bizarre Murders I've watched like once or twice, but like UFOs, I've probably watched that fucking set numerous fucking times and shit, and it's fucking amazing every time I watch it. You know, so like I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a big, I wouldn't say I'm a UFOologist by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy reading about that shit or learning about that shit. You know? I love hoax type of stuff like moon landing, UFOs, Sasquatch. Well, we learned in April that UFOs are no longer a hoax, man. The government was just like fucking, fuck, we need to get off this virus shit, man. Fucking UFOs are real, man. Just leave us alone. The JFK assassination on DVD, yeah, we got on DVD. Yeah, it's the rare set. It's like way out of print now. Like I mean, it goes for like big money on Amazon. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, come on. All right. Unsolved Mysteries DVD. Oh, no. That one. This one. The one that's like $1,200. That's the one I got. It's not even actually mine. It's my mom's, and my mom always wants to sell it. She's like, I can make $1,200 off of that. I was like, well, shit, if you ever fucking sell it, they're going to get it without the UFO set because I fucking love the UFO set. I missed that they said UFOs are real. Yeah, they fucking came out one day and said, yep, UFOs are real. Because, like, they needed anything to get away from this fucking virus and shit. Oh, yeah, 9/11 being a conspiracy, all the shit. I think, 9/11, was a what they call a false flag. If you guys are familiar with what a false flag is, I think that's what 9/11 was. I think it was a false flag. Or a red flag, whatever the fucking term. It's red flag or false flag. I'm pretty sure it's false flag. But I'm pretty sure that's what 9/11 was. I would bank on that. I watched something on Netflix from some military guy exposing a cover-up. Or like I've always wanted to read the book Fire in the Sky by Travis Walton. About his alien abduction. I have that set too, except my Ultimate Collection was downloaded off the internet for free. Yeah, alien disclosure happening soon. That's why I was all excited when people were just like, we're going to raid Area 51. I was like, oh, God, this is either going to be like the greatest fucking thing ever or the biggest massacre in American history. One of the two. But when the day came, fucking like 100 people showed up. I was like, 2 million fuckers RSVP'd for this shit, and 150 people showed up. I was pissed. Not sure what a false flag is, but 9/11. A false flag is where, basically, I'll give it to you in 9/11 terms. A false flag is basically where like the government knew that those planes were going to fly into the buildings that day just so they'd have a reason to go to war with fucking whoever. They didn't just want to wake up one day and be like, we're going to war with them fuckers over there. They needed a reason to base it around, and this was their reason. Like, oh, man, them fuckers crashed their planes into our buildings. Well, fuck it, we're going to war with them. That's a false flag, And that's what I think 9/11 was. At first, I was a fucking teenager when that shit happened. I remember fucking exactly what I was doing when I found out what happened. And shit, I was sitting at lunch, and one of my fucking friends came to me, and they're just like, "Hey, did you hear a plane crash into the World Trade Center?" And we're just like, "What?" We thought it was like an accident. A plane was flying to low, crashed into the fucking building and shit like that. And then we heard later that a plane hit the other one. We're like, okay, that can't be a fucking accident. And then once we got out of school, that's when shit hit the fan for us. Oh, that's what it was. We wanted to, yeah. So that's what I think it really was. It was a false flag. Inside job. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think I was like in sixth grade. Was I in ninth? If it was 2001, then I was in, yeah, 2001. So I was in ninth. Yeah, ninth grade. Yeah. But like Roswell fucking mystifies me. I fucking love the Roswell fucking story. Like that's like one of my dream places to go. I want to go to Roswell, New Mexico. I just want to go there because I know like their whole fucking city is built around that goddamn thing. Like you can throw a rock and hit something with a fucking alien and shit. I want to go to the little alien. I fucking, oh my god. And like the Unsolved Mysteries episode about fucking Roswell is just like masterful. I mean, I know it's only like a TV show segment, but the way, I don't know, it's just fucking brilliantly done and shit. I fucking love it. People were shocked when they brought everyone to the auditorium. I remember the next day in geography class, we didn't fucking learn anything. It was just our teacher. Like, if you have any questions at all about this, I am more than happy to fucking sit here and talk to you about it. And we did. We just basically discussed what happened the day before. Roswell would be a sweet. I know, right? Fuck, I've always wanted to go to fucking Roswell, New Mexico, man. See the fucking crash site. I think you can go see the crash site. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't know. I'm not for sure now. But if you can ever find it, watch the fucking Unsolved Mystery segment on Roswell. It's fucking amazing. Don't trust the reptilians. They hate humans. If I ran into a reptilian, I'm pretty sure that'd probably be my first thought is don't trust this fucker. You'd have to give me a good reason why to trust him. But, whoa, fucker, I can't trust you. Here's an ice cream cone. Oh, okay. You seem like a cool guy. The fuck is a reptilian, like a lizard man? I would assume. Or like a slee slack from like fucking Land of the Lost. Those fucking things. Maybe I should cancel the retail hell. I should just write my whole next book on how I think Willy Wonka is a fucking murderer. That should be my whole next book. How Willy Wonka is a fucking murderer. He's a murderer and a fucking slave owner and shit. He killed all four of them fucking kids. He would kill Charlie too if he had the chance. In fact, he was trying to kill Charlie. He just didn't bet on Grandpa and Charlie figuring out the burp. That's the only reason he didn't get fucking Charlie and Grandpa. He originally wanted to give that factory to Mike TV. And like the fucking camera and shit, that like transport shit, that was like Mike's big surprise. Like, look what we can do and shit. And that was supposed to be like, oh my God, Mike, oh shit, this is so awesome. We can do this. So when Charlie and shit showed back up, notice how Wonka didn't acknowledge that they showed back up. you know, after fucking burping their ass off and coming back. You know, so when Mike fucking, you know, fucking shrinks himself, that threw a wrench in fucking his plan. Like, fuck, what do I do now? You know? So he had one last fucking grasp, one last gasp of hope, and that was his fucking big glass elevator of fucking death. He was like, yeah, let me just fucking just shoot this thing through let me get into a glass elevator and shoot it through a glass ceiling. That will kill all of us. And shit. And it didn't work. Because how the fuck does he steer in the goddamn thing? You never see what happens to the kids. In the book you do, but we're not talking about the book. In the book, they say like, oh, there's all the kids down there and they're fucking, you know, one's purple still. We're not talking about the book. In the movie, you never see them fuckers again. All right? He killed them kids. He went to another country and got a whole bunch of little orange people, brought them back to his fucking factory and makes them work there. He's a fucking murderer. He's a slave owner. Write it, dude. Write a whole bunch of books, except this time they in 24 hours, and don't spell check proof it. Just one right on your books, and that's what I'm trying to do. You turn them into Oompa Loompas. That's an interesting concept. I never thought about that. And plus, the whole crux of like my fucking thing is just that like he has this like unique chocolate factory, right? Willy Wonka has this unique chocolate factory, which okay, cool. He's a different dude, you know. You could probably, you know, fucking say like, okay, maybe the kids aren't dead and shit like that, you know. But here's the whole crux to my fucking thing here. He has a waterfall of chocolate. Cool, awesome. All right, he has fucking, you know, he has all this weird shit in his fucking factory. He had to ask somebody to build this shit, right? So he's asking people like, hey, I need you to build a waterfall for chocolate. And some guy is like, all right, Wonk, I got you, you know? But on top of all that, he has to tell somebody, hey, I also want this long black tunnel in the middle of my chocolate river so I can just project the most fucked up images I can think of when I'm giving tour, when I give this rare tour to children. And again, this contract is just like, as long as the check clears, dude. You know? And he fucking does it. I was raised in a town where M&Ms are made, and now I live 20 minutes from Hershey. Oh, man, you live 20 minutes from Hershey? That's another place I wanted to go, Hershey, Pennsylvania. That'd be a cool place to go. That, and I've always wanted to go to, like, the Coke, the Coca-Cola Emporium or whatever, where you can try different Cokes and shit. Because I'm thinking, like, if anybody has different Diet Cokes you can try, it has to be the Coke fucking Emporium Museum or whatever the fuck it is. You know? My dad lived in the town where the Crayola factory. That has a pretty sweet tour. That'd be a kind of cool tour. That'd be one I'd go on just to say I went on it and shit. Like St. Louis. St. Louis has the Budweiser tour, and I'm not a beer drinker, but it's actually a pretty fun tour to go on. You know, that's a really fun fucking tour to go on and shit. And at the end, you get 2 free samples of beer and shit of whatever they have on tap. That's when I like really fucking realized that I don't like beer. You know, because I was trying like weird shit too, man. Like fucking, this is blueberry ale. I was like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna like that. Nope. You know. I bet I went on a few craft brewery tours. Yeah. The Budweiser one's cool. You get to see the Clydesdale horses and oh man, it's fucking dope. And then plus, like, if you don't drink beer at the end, they have like fucking soda machines and you get free pretzels and shit. It's pretty cool. Like one time, fucking here's a good story. Me and my young cousin Amelia. She was like 14 at the time. We went like to these caverns way out in fucking bumfuck Missouri. I forgot what they're called. It's where Jesse James fucking hid out and shit. But they had a gift shop, and in this gift shop, they had the Rasta wig. That's where I bought the Rasta wig and shit like that. So I bought the Rasta wig, and like the whole time during that cavern tour, I was Rasta. You know, like, come on, where is the bathroom? We're in the middle of the fucking caverns. You know, around Christmas time, they have the Budweiser Clydesdales walk around my town. They are massive. Oh, dude, that's dope, man. That sounds like a play. Oh, dude. So, like, because, like, at the cavern tour, they're just like, there are no dumb questions. I look at that as a challenge, you know? So, like, they have, like, walking bars throughout the fucking cavern. So we took, like, a little break in there. Does anybody have any questions? I was like, were these bars always here? And, like, this guy, he was quick with it, man. I got to give him. He was quick. He was like, yeah, they held their horses here. I was like, son of a bitch. So later on, I was like, where is the bathroom? So, like, anyway. So we go back to town and we're going to take the Budweiser tour. Okay, cool. So I still have the Rasta wig on. I'm going to be Rasta all fucking day and shit. So, and like my cousin Amelia is just like influencing it. Like my mom and my aunt and shit, they're like, would you stop that? And I was just like, no. Because Amelia's like fucking fueling it. She is just like cracking up and shit. We're having a fucking blast with this Rasta thing. So we go on the fucking Budweiser tour. And again, I'm not breaking character or anything. You know, they're like, okay, who can tell me what this is? I'm like, those are hops, man. And like, not breaking fucking character or anything. Amelia's just fucking like covering her mouth, cracking up and shit. The whole fucking tour, you know? There's a part of the tour where they explain that fucking Budweiser used to have a fox as their mascot, and they say the name of the fox. And again, I can't remember the fucking name of the fox at the moment. But at one point, you get on a trolley to go to a different part of the tour and shit. Well, I've been Rasta the whole fucking time. You're in a big group of fucking people, so these people just see, and I'm doing shit like fucking, we're on an escalator at one point. I'm like, oh, sweet man. In America, stairs walk you. In Jamaica, you walk stairs, and just doing whatever, you know. And Amelia's fucking dying. She's just like, I mean, every time she laughs, it's just making me want to do it longer, you know. Because me and her we were tag teaming at that day, man. We were just having a fucking blast. I love her. You know, damn shame I don't get to see her that much anymore. But anyway, so we get on this trolley and we're fucking going, and all of a sudden I break character. I'm sitting on the trolley and I just ask out loud. I was like, did anybody catch the name of that fox? And like two of the people were just like, what? And then one guy was just like, yeah, his name was whatever his name was. I was like, oh, okay, man. And just went right back into it because it didn't dawn on me that I broke character for like that split second. Be like, did anybody catch the name of that fox? And the guy was just like, what the? Yeah, his name was this. And I was, God, yeah, man, yeah. And the whole fucking tour, man. Oh, God. The people with you probably loved it. I think some of them found it funny. So, like my mom and Ann, they were over that shit. They were over that fucking roster. They were over that shit at the caverns because we went to the cavern tour and the Budweiser tour on the same day. They were over that fucking roster. They were over the roster shit the second I bought the wig. They were like, "How much you pay for that?" I was like, $10. And they were just like, "Oh fuck," you know. They were over that shit right there. And then once I started doing the voice throughout the fucking caverns and shit, oh man, they were fucking over that shit. And then the funniest thing was, like, my cousin, she was like, I'm going to get in on this. She was like, I'm going to start doing a Chinese accent. I was like, all right, go for it, man. And all she did was just start talking really loud. I was like, there was, like, no accent or anything. You just started talking really loud, kid. You know? I've never met a single Jamaican person. Oh, shit. You should have came and worked at Hy-Vee, man. You would have met him every fucking summer. Holy shit. Fuck. Because that's all I used to send money to, Western Union, when I worked at fucking Hy-Vee, man. Every summer, there'd be a whole bunch of Jamaicans come in, And they'd always want to send money to Jamaica to like fucking seven different people. Why just doing something beats the fuck out of me, dude? Never understood it. But like they wouldn't want to come in and do one Western Union. No, they'd want to come in and do like 3 of them. And Western Union is kind of a tedious fucking process. It's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, And so doing 3 of them in a row, kind of pisses us off just a little bit. Hell, even doing 2 in a row is kind of a fucking bitch. And these fuckers want to do 3, 4. So I've done up to 7 in a row. When I did 7 in a row one day, I was like, I'm going to kill all you fuckers. And on top of that, they send to Jamaica. And then on top of that, when they're filling out their information, they look at me and they're like, this is Cedar Rapids, right? I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know where you live? Like, and I'm just like, y'all are up to something, man. And they'd always send to a different person. It was never the same person. Thank his Venmo and PayPal were created. Thank God Venmo and PayPal were created. You would think that, but no, they would still come in. God, and then they'd want to send money to prepaid cards and shit. Oh my God. That was a bitch and shit. Like, oh shit. That was probably the thing I hated doing the most at fucking customer service was goddamn fucking Western Union. I hated doing Western Unions. And that's what we thought they were doing. They were laundering money. But it was one of those things where like fucking we couldn't do anything about it. Because I finally was just like, fuck, I'm not doing fucking 4 Western Unions in a goddamn row again. I finally went and got the manager. I was like, listen, dude, these guys have come in like fucking 4 times this week. They're sending money to like 4 different people with 4 different Western Unions, man. There's got to be something we can do about this. They're like, unless there's, unless the screen turns, because like, Western Union screen, like if it would turn red, if it's like, this is suspicious. They're like, unless it turns red, well, you can't do anything about it. I was like, God damn it. Because how long it takes to do 4 Western Unions, and then when I'm calling for help at customer service and nobody wanted to show up, that was a big thing towards the end for me. Like when I was working at Hy-Vee, that was a big thing towards the end. I'd call for help. Assistance to customer service, please. Nobody would show up. Assistance to customer service, please. No shit. This is a true fucking story. I finally just said one day, I was just like, why is nobody coming to customer service when I call? They're like, you never called. I was like, I said assistance to customer service 4 times. And they're like, oh, well, we didn't know what that meant. What the fuck you didn't? What the fuck you mean you didn't know what assistance customer service meant? What the fuck else would it mean? Oh God, I fucking lost it. Dumbasses. Oh God, I swear to God, that is a fucking quote. They're just like, you never called. And I was like, I said assistance customer service 4 times. Oh, well, we didn't know what that meant. I'm like, and then y'all wonder why I'm so angry around here. It was like when I worked at Lowe's, someone needed help using a forklift, and I guess no one else in the goddamn store besides me could help. Oh, that was enough. We had this guy named Mark, and don't get me wrong, Mark was a great guy, nicest fucking guy, you know, and shit like that, man. You know, if you asked him to work for you, if he was available, he'd probably work for you, no fucking problem and shit like that. But his one problem was not answering, because he was our can and bottle guy. All right, here we, you know, the deposit for fucking cans and shit like that. So we have a room for him and shit. We have a light that goes off. When that light goes off, it lets me know something in the can and bottle room is fucking wrong. I need Mark. So I have to get on the intercom. Mark, to the can and bottle room, please. Mark, can and bottle. Boom. Light's still flashing. And it's a fucking annoying fucking light, you know? So it's flashing behind me, like even like in the peripheral, you know? It's like fucking like, God damn it, Mark. Mark, to the can and bottle room, please. 15 minutes have gone by now. And I'm like, are you... Finally, I see Mark, and he's walking past customer service. I just look at him like... And he's looking at me like, oh, sorry, let me get out there. He finally comes back in. I'm like, where the hell were you? He was just like, I was out back. I was like, what were we doing out back so long? He was like, forklift. I was just like, don't let it happen again, Mark. He was like, all right. He was always very soft-spoken type of guy and shit. I mean, nice guy. I always got along with him and shit. Like, you're off topic. Fucking one time, I was so fucking mad at Hy-Vee, which I know, I narrow it down. But one day, I just said out fucking loud. Mark happened to be off in the distance, and I just said out loud, I was like, I swear to God, some days this place just makes me want to get into a fucking car and drive it off a goddamn cliff. And after a couple seconds, you just hear Mark saying, oh, what kind of car? And I just look over to him. I'm like, is that really relevant to what I just said? He was like, I guess not. And he just walked away. I'm like, fucking Mark, man. What kind of... I know. Because, like, I can't remember what I was mad about. I know it had to be something, but, like, he just had me standing there. And I was like, I swear to God, this place like makes me want to get into a fucking car and drive it off a fucking cliff. You know, just after a couple seconds, what kind of car? I'm like, does that really matter? And he was like, I guess not. Oh, God, he was such a weird cat, man. But, like I said, nicest fucking guy you'll fucking meet. You know, like I said, if especially like the few times I worked can and bottle, if Mark could work it for me, he would more than likely work it. You know, if he were off, I mean, unless he had a good excuse, like I'm like, dude, can you work for me this day? He'd be like, oh, I can't. That's my birthday. I'm like, and work on your birthday. It builds character. He's like, no, I can't. Me and my girlfriend are going out. And he had a girlfriend for like 8 years. And I was like, holy shit. Somebody dates you? You know? No, we met her because we used to have holiday parties. You'll read about a portion of the holiday party in the book. We had a holiday party, and he brought his girlfriend, and I was just like, oh, dude has a girlfriend. And they dated for like fucking 7 years, and then they broke up, which I was just like, oh, damn, that sucks. But then like no shit, it was like 6 months later. He had another girlfriend, and then like he was with her until like fucking I left Hy-Vee. I don't know. He could still be with her for all I fucking know. You know, because I don't, you know, a lot of the Hy-Vee people I don't talk to. A very like fucking handful of them I talk to outside of work, or outside of Hy-Vee, I should say. Mark's a player, yeah. Shit, he may not talk that much, and he's a weird cat, man. But apparently, he got game. Gotta hand it to him. Big dick. Big dick Mark. Oh my God. I know, like he was actually in. If you remember watching my lip sync battle movies, I didn't mention him because he wasn't relevant to the story. But he was in the lip sync battles. One year he did What Does the Fox Say by Yelvis. And fuck, what did he do the other year? Shit, I can't remember what he did the other year, but I know one year he did What Does the Fox Say by Yelvis because I remember trying to fucking squeeze it out of him for like 3 weeks. Because I was like, come on, Mark, what song are you doing? He's like, I don't want to say. I want it to be a surprise. I'm like, come on, Mark, come on. It's just us girls here. Come on. I'll tell you my song if you tell me yours. And like the funny thing about it was the second year he did What Does the Fox Say? Because I remember telling everybody who asked me what song I was doing a different fucking song. So when I did tell them the right song and shit, they didn't know if I was telling the truth. Oh, you didn't watch my movie Lip Sync Battle, Destined to Fail, my lip sync battle journey? How dare you? I started watching with the Hannah Montana. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'll put a lip sync battle journey on unlisted, and I'll send you a link. It's about 10 minutes short of feature length. You know, the Motion Picture Association of America considers anything 40 minutes or above feature length, and I think mine clocks in at about 32 minutes. So it's almost there. It was originally going to be feature length, so I can be like, hey, I made a movie, but I couldn't stretch it out anymore. In fact, I even cut shit from it, you know, because it was just getting a little too lengthy and shit. It's basically the story of the 2 lip sync battles I was in and how fucking, you know, how much I like lip syncing and shit like that. You know, that's basically what it is. That's pretty long enough time for good content. Yeah. I know, like when I showed it to my friends who wanted to see it, I was like, here's the movie if you want to watch it. I'd be like, so what'd you think? They're like, dude, I watched the whole thing. I'm like, is that really your critique of the fucking movie? Like 3 people said that, dude, I watched the whole thing. I'm like, do you leave that review with other movies? Like, do you go into the Avengers and like part of your review is like, I watched the whole thing? Like, why is that your fucking critique with mine? Like, dude, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh yeah, since you're a fan of it and such, there's like a 20. I guess that's better than quitting halfway through. Yeah. There's like a 20-minute fan film of Dead by Daylight I watched today online. It was pretty decent for a fan film, but it could have been better too. You know. Been watching Outcast on Cinemax. It's great. Man, I've been trying to get one of my friends to fucking give me a hookup on the HBO Max. But here's my problems with it. All right, it's like a 20-minute fucking film. It's shot like 80s style, which I thought was a nice little touch. But my problem with it is that there's like the killer for it is like none of the killers from the fucking game. I mean, if it's a fan film, fucking go for it. You know, like fucking use one of the killers from the movie. You know, there's like one reference to like generators, and like none of the fucking characters in the movie are like characters from the game. Like there's no Dwight, there's no Meg, there's no William or Bill, whatever. Like all that. I mean, like shit, if you're gonna make a fan film about Dead by April, fucking go for it, man. Use Dwight, use Meg, use Claudette and shit. You know? I will say the ending was nicely done. Like there was a nice little twist at the ending. and shit, which I was just like, oh shit, I didn't see that one coming. You know, but other than that, I mean, it was pretty decent. It was shot beautifully. That I'll give it. I was like, man, this was fucking shot fucking beautifully. You know, Pyramid Head is the next killer in Dead by Day. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I don't know what to think about that. I'm kind of disappointed, but kind of jazzed too, because I'm just like, really, of like all the franchises and shit like that. That's what they landed on. They landed on Pyramid Head. You know. I really thought it was going to be movie based. I was banking on the Creeper. I thought it was going to be the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. That was my guess. I loved Silent Hill. He was scary as fuck. I remember seeing the original Scary Hill movie because I didn't play the games, and I thought the original Scary Hill movie was decent, you know, for what it was. I didn't watch the second one because I knew that shit was gonna suck. I'm sorry, but if like a sequel like that, like Silent Hill 3D Revelations or whatever the fuck it was called, came out like what, 15 years after the fucking original? I was like, I knew that shit was gonna fucking blow ass. Same with like The Strangers. The Strangers 2, they waited like fucking 10 years for that goddamn movie again. And I was just like, really? Like, I knew that was gonna fucking fail. That would have been cool. But there's the controversy with it. Yeah, but I mean, come on, they got it. I mean, fuck, they made 3 movies, you know? It's not like he was making them for Disney again. Like he did fucking back in the day. Powder. Okay. He made a movie called Powder for Touchstone. Touchstone being a subsidy of Disney, and back in the 90s, and people fucking flip shit because of what he did. I mean, like, shit, people were fucking able to put it aside for Jeepers Creepers. They're like, fuck, man, he may be a fucking pedophile, but goddamn, Jeepers Creepers is a good movie. I love both of them. Like, the second one's great. Like, I love the commentary track with Victor Salva, the director, and the cast on the fucking second movie fucking more than I like the goddamn movie. You know, like the fucking commentary track on the second movie with them, fucking incredible. God damn it, what's this fucking movie at? Ah, there it is. House of Wax. Oh yeah, fuck. I was jazzed for House of Wax, man. I went and saw House of Wax in theaters my graduation year and shit. Man, that shit was dope. Probably one of the coolest things I'll never fucking forget about it. Like I went and saw it opening weekend and shit, right? So you know, we had like a fucking fancy theater. I mean, this theater was fucking fancy as a motherfucker. So where's the link at? Yeah, I guess we'll just go back then. So I get to the theater and like behind the ticket booth and shit, they have like all these like mini posters. They're about the size of this. They have like shit tons of them stapled to their fucking wall. Like they made a wallpaper out of this fucking movie and shit. So I was like, all right, dope, cool, you know. And I asked them, I was like, hey, can I maybe get one of those? And they're like, yeah, sure. You know, I think we have one laying around here and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, dope. So they're looking. They can't find it. And they're like, I don't think we can find them at the moment. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I just wanted one because I was really excited for this movie. And then all of a sudden, the guy comes out with a box. He's like, oh, I found them. And he cuts them open and shit. I was like, oh, dope. Gives me like a stack this big. And I was like, oh, my God, thank you. So you guys are fucking awesome. You know? Get shareable link. Yeah, yeah, they were a pretty good theater. All right, fuck this one. Share link. Copy. There we go. Because I only went and saw it because Paris Hilton was in it. Because at the time, Paris Hilton was fucking queen. This is like long before Tina Fey and shit. So like I was like, I don't give a fuck. This movie could be called fucking Paris Hilton farting on a fucking snare drum, and I'd probably be fucking in line to see it. And oh sorry. So I was just like, when Paris Hilton dies, one of the best movies. I will say her death scene was awesome. I love that when the fucking shit goes in and she just slides down there. That was fucking dope, you know. But people like that fucking scene for the wrong reasons, you know, and that's what pisses me off. People are just like, "Oh, great, she died." I'm just like, "Yeah, but you're kind of missing the fucking art of it and shit." Look how she died. All right, look how dope that fucking shit is, man. Fucking pipe goes through and shit, and then she fucking just slides down that bitch, man. Pulls a fucking Friday the 13th Part 4 on that shit. Oh shit. And believe it or not, one of the most like fucking like cringiest moments of that fucking like I'll admit I did like the Simple Life. The Simple Life was dope. Simple Life was good up until season 5. The last season was just not good. The camp life or whatever the fucking was, or Simple Life goes to camp. Not a good season. 1 and 2 are just perfect. Three's really good too. 4, 50-50. There's some good episodes. There's some episodes I'm like, why the fuck? You know, but the 5th one, I couldn't tell you one fucking memorable thing from the fucking 5th season. I have all 5 seasons. At one time, I made it a mission to watch every fucking Paris Hilton movie, but they all can't be winners. I watched one movie with her called The Hills. Hillz. Couldn't do it. That movie was fucking awful. I just remember the farm one. And yeah, the Sonic episode. Sonic episode's great. Oh my god, when they work at fucking Sonic. Oh yeah, the farm one. That's pretty much the first season. Can't be as bad as it. You will not disrespect this album. This album is awesome. There's only one song on here that's probably not fucking good, and that's which one is it? What's the one I don't like? Is it Jealousy? Yeah, Jealousy. Look at this. This is fucking dope. Look at this shit. I went and bought the CD the fucking day it came out, son. Hold on a second. Oh, fuck. Sorry, technical difficulty. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so I mean, look at this. Look how pretty this is. Look, you ready for this? Look at it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is pretty right there. Oh boy. I will say, as much as I like Paris Hilton, I don't like short hair Paris. That's when I don't. That's when I'm kind of out. You know, I don't like short hair Paris. Long, luscious blonde hair Paris Hilton. That's more my jam. She is hot, but hey, I'm sorry. Your opinion isn't. Your opinion is wrong. You know. Since I'm already screwed, here's a message to you. Oh, that's the jam. My heart's wide open. Oh shit. Can't wait to get the what? The Sigur ROS record? Huh? I think the next album on my hit list is it's on my Amazon wish list. Oop, wrong one. You're probably if you don't like the Paris Hilton one, you're definitely not gonna like the one I'm about to show you. They are from Switzerland or something. The best ambiance music you'll ever hear. Oh, Switzerland. Okay, I'm thinking Sweden. I was about to say, so I listened to another band from Sweden that's complete opposite of ambiance. But right here, I want this one next. Yeah. I don't give a damn. I'll just wait for your reaction on that one. I haven't done this in a while, but Devin, that's one. The Spice Girls actually have talent, though. I know that's the only bad thing about vinyl is that, well, I wouldn't say the only bad thing about vinyl, but all the fucking albums that I've looked up that I really want on vinyl, it's either not on vinyl or it's expensive as fuck. And I don't mean expensive as in oh, that's a $60 album. I looked up one album I wanted, it was no shit, fucking $1,000. And I'm like, yeah, I wanted AFI's December Underground on vinyl. Oh, man, that'd be a dope album to listen to on vinyl because I fucking love that album. Great fucking album. Yeah. I just spent $2,700 today. Let me guess, something for your wedding? Oh yeah, Devin. By the way, how were the wallflowers? Yeah, you didn't go, did you, fucker? Nah, student loans. Oh. Hi, there's 4 other people here. Feel free to jump in the conversation. This is just a glorified phone call right now. Paid them all finally. Hey, all right, paid them off. Shit, yeah. Yeah, it was canceled. Oh, were wallflowers canceled? Oh. I knew they were fucking canceled. I just wanted to hear you say it. Wow, I like instead of participating, people were just like, fuck it, then I'll just leave. Then why the fuck did you even come? Would have been a great show. Shit. Like 2 concerts I'd really like to go to. I'd love to go see the Wallflowers, and I'd really love to go see Norah Jones. Those are 2 concerts I would really love to go fucking see. I could have went and saw Norah Jones a fucking couple of years ago, but I would have had like fucking the shittiest fucking seats imaginable. You know, like I was gonna go to the same venue that I saw Demi Lovato in, and like when I went and saw Demi Lovato, I literally had like fucking 5th row seats. You know, so it was like a small. I wouldn't say it was an arena, but it was like an auditorium. It was an opera house. That's what it was. It was the Peabody Opera House. And I literally had like 5th or 6th row seats for Demi Lovato, which was fucking awesome seating, you know. But for like Norah Jones, the only seats that were available, man, were like fucking balcony, fucking 9th row. And I was like, fuck that noise. If I'm going to see Norah Jones, man, fucking, I at least want to be somewhat close. I want to be on ground level at least, you know. She's good. Norah Jones is like my favorite singer. I mean, a lot of people would not suspect that from me. But like, I think the album Not Too Late is just fucking just that's another album. Like if you look up Norah Jones Come Away With Me, it's like $15 on vinyl. You know? Norah Jones Feels Like Home, like fucking $20 on vinyl. Look up Not Too Late. It can go anywhere from like fucking 35 to fucking $60 on vinyl. I'm just like, why that album? I want to see Red Hot Chili Peppers, Aerosmith, Blink-182. I got a funny story about Blink-182. Foo Fighters and Avril Lavigne. Back in 2001? Back in like 2001, I used to have like this fucking kids pool table, you know? I was like fucking... Oh, I don't want to say how old I was, then you can do the math. But like, let's just say I was old enough to fucking have one. So like, I had like this huge carport and shit. This is relevant, just so y'all know. I had like this huge carport and shit. So like, I bought this like fucking pool table at like a fucking yard sale, a big yard sale. So at night, I would fucking take my stereo out to my big carport and shit, and or boombox, and I'd play pool on my little fucking miniature pool table and shit. I always confuse Michelle Branch and Norah Jones. What the fuck? So one night I'm listening to the fucking radio. It's like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. I'm listening to our station, G105 in North Carolina. All of a sudden I hear the next time we play a Blink-182 song, call in. If you're caller number 10, you're going to get 2 tickets to their upcoming concert here in Raleigh. You know, so I'm like, all right, dope, man. You know? So I'm out there playing pool, shit, you know, about fucking an hour and a half goes by to 11:30 at night now. All of a sudden I hear fucking All the Small Things, which I'm so fucking over that song. Oh God, I was over it then, and I'm so fucking over that goddamn song now. All the Small Things, oh my God. Anyway, so I hear that song, fucking, phew, I rush to get the phone, man. Fucking, I had fucking G105's number fucking memorized. In fact, I think I still know. I think it's 919-826 5105, I believe that's their number. I still like it. Oh my God, I don't know how. I am so fucking over that goddamn song. So anyway, so I call him and everything, didn't get through. Called it again, didn't get through. It was busy, and then I called one more time, didn't get through, and then I called the 4th time, and all of a sudden I hear hello. I was like, hello. They're like, who's this? I was like, William. They're like, William, you're caller 10. You're gonna get 2 tickets to Blink-182. I was like, fucking dope, awesome, man, sweet, yes, all right, dope. So I got the tickets to Blink-182. All right, so here's where shit gets fucking bonkers. Well, I wouldn't say bonkers, but just a sad story. So I have 2 tickets to Blink-182 now. Remember, I'm a fucking kid in high school. I don't have a car and shit. So of course I asked Justice to go. I was like, dude, you want to go see Blink-182? And he's like, yeah, what day? And I was like, this day. He was like, oh shit, I can't that day. I was like, why? And I forgot why. That or I wouldn't. Believe it or not, there was a short period of time where me and Justice did not fucking talk. Believe it or not. You know, we kind of went our separate ways for like a little bit. You know, we kind of like fucking, you know, we just were not talking to each other because like whenever we talked, there'd be like some fucking disagreement. So it could have been during that, or he was busy. I can't remember the two. So and then I asked my friend Tracy. I was like, hey Tracy, do you want to go see Blink-182? She was like, hell yeah. I was like, okay, but you have to be the ride. And she was like, then we're shit out of luck. I was like, okay, dope. So I finally get down to like my other like good friend at the time. Her name was Carla. Oh, excuse me. Now I knew her sister drove and shit. Her sister was Melissa. So I was like, hey Carla, I won 2 tickets to Blink 182 on this day. Do you want to go fucking see them? And she was like, hell yeah, because you know she was like a punk rocker and shit like that. This chick almost looked like Avril Lavigne back then, you know. So now not so much. Oh my god, but back then, dude, she could pass for it. Like if she put on the right clothes and shit, you would think, oh god, she's Avril Lavigne, you know, kind of. So anyway, I was like, but here's the catch to it and shit. Somebody's got to take us. And she was like, oh shit, Melissa could probably take us and shit, you know. I was like, okay, cool. So she goes and asks her sister. And like I hear this in the background, like I hear like she's like, let me go ask her. So she puts the phone down. I hear in the background like, oh, Blink 182, you know, go. And then she comes back and she was like, okay, the problem is she doesn't mind taking us, but she wants to go too. Do you have another ticket? I was like, I only won 2. And she was just like, yeah, that's the problem. She doesn't mind taking us, but she wants to see the concert too. And I was just like, I don't have another ticket. You know? So, like, I was out of fucking friends. I wasn't very popular. You know? I was out of fucking friends to ask and shit. So I was just like, oh, well, man, looks like we're at a stalemate because, like, and I didn't know Melissa that well to be like, fucking, like, hey, okay, fine, fuck Carla, let's just go then. You know, like, plus I wasn't going to fucking kick Carla to the curb because, like, fucking, you know, just take her, like I just said, like I didn't know her that well, you know. Like there was 5 Deshay sisters. All right, there was Carla, Monica, Aaron, Melissa, and Renee. And sadly, we lost Renee a couple of years ago to a terrible accident. So we lost one of the Deshay sisters. I never got to really meet Renee or anything, but you know, damn shame what happened to her. Her and her niece passed in an accident on a stretch of highway in North Carolina. Damn shame what happened to her. Aaron and Monica, I knew because we used to ride the bus together. Monica, I was like hit or miss with because like some days I'd be like, yeah, we're fucking cool as shit. Some days I'm like, I will fucking kill you and I will hide the goddamn body. You know? Aaron, again, like I think like I only knew her somewhat. So, you know, Melissa was like just somebody like, hey, I have a sister named Melissa and shit. So, yeah, all that sucks. Yeah, it was damn shame, and like I just felt so bad for Carla. Yeah, I was just like, fuck. I mean, and you gotta understand, like back in middle and like the beginning of high school, like me and Carla were pretty tight. You know, we were pretty close and shit. You know, and then like you know, once I moved from North Carolina to Texas, you know, we kind of drifted apart a little bit. You know, and even then we're like in passing on Facebook. You know, every now and then we'll fucking say hi and shit like that, or she'll like something I did and vice versa and shit. But like, yeah, when Renee died, it was just, man, it was rough because like I think I can't remember the logistics of it, but I know like she was her niece and somebody else were in a van, and somebody else. I think there was a truck involved, and like it hit them like from the side. And Renee and the niece were pretty much DOA, you know, or dead at the scene, you know, and the other person was just hurt really bad. You know, it was a shame, you know. It was just really weird because I was like, damn, yeah, and that's what I told her. I was like, man, I'm sorry for what happened and shit like that. I cannot compare anything to what you're going through right now. It's just really sad knowing that there's one less Deshay sister in the world now. You know, at least it didn't suffer. Yeah, I guess that's a good way of looking at it. You know, but yeah, Carl. You know, that's somebody I don't really talk about that often on here. But like, yeah, back in like middle school and shit like that, me and my friend Carla, man, we were fucking tight as shit. You know, like before Justice, pretty much it was me and Carla, and like even when Justice was still around, you know, when me and Justice started hanging out, it was you know, Carla was still there too because like Carla kind of became part of our clique too, and shit. And you know, but then like I said, it kind of once we got to high school, we were still kind of like drifting apart, but then we kind of like come together again. and then kind of like, kind of accordion that shit, you know. But she's great now. But it's just funny because like back then she was like, I will never get married and have kids. Now she's married and has a kid, and I just find it hysterical. You know, I said the same thing then. I was like, I'll never have kids. Shit happens. Yeah, that stuff happens in high school. People fall into different groups. Yeah, and me and Carla were always part of different groups and shit. I mean, like even when we first met, we were totally part of different groups. You know, I didn't really have a group. You know, like I would meet people and shit like that, and like but I didn't really have like a group. You know, like oh god, I'm the preppy kid, or like hey, I'm the emo goth kid. I didn't really have a group. You know, I just kind of like if I clicked with you, I clicked with you and shit. Like Justice, believe it or not, this is how I met Justice. Like I used to, there was this other girl I used to talk to that we would just chill on the boat, and we would always talk music. It was me and this girl named Nikki, and like we would always talk music. And at the time, I love it now, but at the time, I really fucking hated the song "Mambo Number 5" by Lou Bega. Fucking couldn't stand it, you know. But Nikki was like trying to sing its praises and shit like that. Like, no man, it's really good. You got to listen to it. Blah blah blah. Well, that day, like I was sitting in the front seat. Nikki would sit behind me in the second seat. So it's like me, then Nikki, then whoever's next to me, and then some random kid was sitting next to Nikki and shit that day. So we're fucking talking about Mama Number 5, and all of a sudden this kid next to Nikki just fucking jumps in and was just like, no. Mama Number 5 is a good song and shit. That song was just annoying. It was constantly on. Yeah, back in the day. And then it grew on me because then I started liking the beginning, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I liked. I just liked that shit. And then I was just like, well, if I listen to that, I might as well listen to the whole song. And then I ended up liking it. Anyway, so the person jumps in like, no, dude, that's a great song and shit. That person was Justice. And I was just like, really? You like that song, dude? And he was like, yeah, man. So we started like fucking talking about shit. Turns out we both like wrestling. And that's how we got talking even more. And then like I swear we knew each other like a week. And he's just like, dude, I'm having a birthday party, man. You got to come to it and shit. I was like, dope, I'm there, man. And then magic was made. And then we went on some zany adventures that are in stories no one asked for. So, some of them. But like, here's the thing, like Mama Number 5, like going on about that. He had other songs on that album that could have been hits. He just sadly got stuffed into that fucking one hit wonder fucking box and just. I'll read it this weekend. Okay, cool. But like his second song, Tricky Tricky by Lou Bega, that could have been a hit. That had hit written all over it. And the fact that like I don't know, it's a pretty solid fucking album. There are some songs on there that I could really care less about on that album, but it's a pretty fucking solid album. Just one of those albums that might give a chance. They're just like, fuck it, you're the Mambo Number 5 guy now. Do that fucking little dance you doing, He's like, no, I got other songs too. Like, fuck them other songs. Mambo Number 5. That's how they started treating them, pretty much. He probably hates his life, only playing one song over and over and over again. Yeah, because like I remember he even came out with like I remember because me and Justice were fans of Lou Bega. We liked the album. Like he liked this song on the album called Ice Cream Man, and I didn't really like that song that much. But we remember reading that he's coming out with a second album called Lunatic, Lou, a tick, lunatic. So we're just like, oh, fuck, man, we're going to listen to that shit. And we never heard about it ever again. Turns out the album came out and just fucking no fanfare was around it and shit like that. You know, we never saw it in stores. Apparently didn't get a big fucking release. We never heard a single from it or anything, you know. But this is coming from the same guy. Like, Justice is somebody, if you remember Cisco and the Thong Song, Justice went out and bought that album. All right. And believe it or not, Cisco actually did have another song on there that was actually pretty interesting. I think it was called Releasing the Dragon or Enter the Dragon. One of those two. It was actually a pretty decent fucking song. But on top of that, Cisco actually released a second album, and Justice is like one of 9 people who fucking bought that goddamn second album. I'm like, you realize you're like one of fucking 9 people who bought. I don't even think Cisco bought the second album of his. Like, and you went out here and fucking bought it. Like, it was, man. Although I can't say anything, I have fucking Meredith Brooks' second album around here somewhere. The girl who did I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, the Where are the Dogs Out guys. You know, they did another song and I heard it and it was actually decent, but if you told me what the fuck it was right now, if you asked me what it was right now, I can tell you. Yeah, but the Baja Man. But they did another song. I remember hearing another song about it and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty decent. You know, like, she has a good voice. Oh, man, like, because, like, Bitch, back in the day, that was my jam. Like, when I totally wasn't fucking, you know, it was one of those songs I couldn't sing along to. Otherwise, you know, I'm a bitch. My mom smacking me upside the head. I'm like, son, you know. But, like, yeah, I remember she came out with her second album, and it had the song Lay It Down with Queen Latifah. And, like, you know, that song played on the radio, like, fucking, I don't know, twice. But, like, I ended up buying the album and just listening to that song. I didn't listen to anything else. And, again, I was, like, one of 2 people who fucking bought that shit. So I can't really say anything about him and his fucking Cisco incomplete purchase. You know? Fuck, what is that other song about Baja Man now? That's fucking bugging me. Because I know they had another song. It just wasn't a huge hit, of course. Baja Man. Who let the dogs out? Oh, I think it's Move It Like This. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other one they did. It's actually a pretty decent song, but it's like with Gold Digger, us white dudes have to silence ourselves. The N-word. Or you could just listen to the radio version. Like, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Because I used to be a real big fucking, like, I'm going to buy this album. Where? Well, I'm sure there's an edited version somewhere. Here, let me see if I can. No, Kanye don't fuck around. I ain't playing Kanye on here, man. Kanye fucking hear that shit and fucking. Whenever I get drunk, I just say it. But I used to be a big fucking, like, oh man, if I like one song on this album, I'm going to buy the whole album. And that was usually a fucking mistake. I can't tell you how many fucking CDs I probably have laying around because of that. I'm telling you, the last fucking album I bought brand new, like, oh shit, I'm going to buy this album because, like, fucking I like this artist and, like, I'm going to buy it, was Meghan Trainor's Title. Think about when that came out. That was like fucking 5 years ago now. Now I just listen to shit on Apple Music. Although I'll probably buy Norah Jones's new CD. I didn't buy her last one, though. I didn't buy Daybreak. But I'll probably get this new one because the new one has some hot shit on there. On my birthday, I had a fuck buddy over and sang Gold Digger while having sex. She thought it was a damn. Your wife, your fiance let you have fuck buddies? Damn. Does she have a friend or a sister or something? Nah, like 8 years ago. Oh, well, okay. You left that part out. Like, damn, your fiance let you have a fuck buddy? Damn, does she have a sister or something that feels the same way? Shit. You have a threesome with like mirrors above the bed. You know what I mean? Like, ha, oh, ha, oh. That would be weird as fuck seeing my hair. Yeah, I think that'd be weird for me too. I think if I saw myself, yeah, that'd be kind of weird. I mean, on this phone right here, that I never plug in, but I do need to plug in to fucking probably get some pictures of the kid. There's a video of me giving oral, and I'm okay with that. But I think if there was anything else, and I'd be like, this is weird. That's not bad. Just your head but yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I'm like that doesn't bother me. But if it was just like, fucking my ass just up and down, All right. Well, this glorified phone call has been fun. But Devin, FYI, I sent you the video for where the hell is everyone else? Yeah, not here. But I sent you the video for the lip sync battle thing on your Facebook. It's on unlisted. So, yeah. So I will be live again on Saturday. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I didn't do Dead by Daylight tonight because I really didn't feel like doing another 2-hour stream. I'll probably play a couple games tonight, but I didn't feel like playing for fucking 2 hours straight or some shit like that. So, yeah, if anybody's watching this on playback, books, I have 2 orders going out this weekend. So if you do want one, Venmo, PayPal, $17 altogether. That's $15 for the book, $2 for shipping, $3 if it's going to Canada. Only 18 copies of the original 35 left. So if you want a copy, let me know. You may have to wait a little bit because I got to get more envelopes now. My last 2 envelopes have been used. But yep. And also something else I was gonna say. Okay, I forgot. But anyway, if you come back Saturday, we'll see you then. So until next time, remember, keep the hobo population down. Go down to your local train yard and kill a hobo. And remember, hookers don't take coupons.